Hi everybody, it's me, Witch Joseph, and today I'm going to be going over how to use charcoal incense, resin incense with charcoal bricks, and how to do so safely in a ritual or a ceremony. First, you want to get a fireproof container as your incense burner. Some people call them throwables, and there are different kinds. Like this is just a freestanding soapstone one, and it's filled with sand, so it'll absorb some of the additional heat. I also have this brass one here, and I fill it with sand as well and then use charcoal in it. But this one's convenient too because it has a handle that's wooden, so the metal and the sand absorb the heat, but I can pick this up and move this around during ritual. So I primarily use that one during ritual. Today we're going to be using this. You'll need a charcoal brick, which looks like this if you haven't seen them. It's always good to have tongs too, to be able to pick it up in case of an accident or to place it onto the sand. Because it gets very, very hot, and you'll want to do this safely. I like to hold it over one of the candles, and it starts sparking this way. This is what normally happens if it's going to be usable. Sometimes if you leave these sit around without being covered or contained, they absorb moisture. Charcoal will absorb moisture from the air, and if it absorbs too much, it won't work. It won't light when you try to light it. You want to wait until it's fully lit. Go ahead and put this on the container here, on the sand. We're going to let it finish lighting. Once it starts glowing around the edge and turns kind of white, you can go ahead and put the incense on it. Today I'm just using frankincense resin, which I put in this little bowl for during rituals and things, so it's easy to get out. And I use one of these little metal spoons, which makes it easier, especially if you're burning herbs or some kind of herb resin mixture. You just put a little bit of this, a few grains, and you want to make sure that the room is properly ventilated and that there's plenty of ventilation, because this puts off a lot of incense smoke. We often use this incense burner in front of, on our Bast shrine, to offer incense, and we use it for offerings. Once it's like this, you can offer it to a deity or spirit ally. Or you can make an offering when you're placing the resin on the hot charcoal in front of the image. So many things that you can do with incense. Once it gets to this point, I will consecrate it if I'm using this in a ritual to represent the elements of fire and air. And I do that simply by placing it on the altar pentacle, and I put my dominant hand over it, and I say, "Blessed be thou creatures of air and fire. Take out all that is harmful, take in all that is good and healing. Wherefore do I bless thee in the name of the great goddess and the great God." Just be sure you use incense in a properly ventilated room and with fireproof and heat-resistant containers. You never want to put anyone at risk. I hope this has been helpful. Blessed be.